Good morning, passengers. This is Captain Bot 6000. Oh golly, this was a terrible show, don't you know? Have a nice flight.
Hello and welcome to Piloting the Pilots, the podcast. My name is Erin. With me, as always, is my butt warmer, Cameron. How you doing, Cammy?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, baby?
That one took you off guard, huh?
How you
doing?
Anyway, that's the biggest laugh I've had all morning.
Sorry.
That's all right. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Garbage. How's yours?
I don't even know.
No.
I don't even know. Like, we could talk about how people remember people from high school
Yeah.
with like absolute clarity. And I can't even remember what I did this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Soccer has started.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We finally had a good practice. Man, I'm just tired of people. I'm tired of these parents not being engaged.
Yeah.
I am trying to I am volunteering.
Yeah.
So that your kids can play this sport.
Mm-hmm.
And you're giving me nothing.
Jesus.
And I'm kind of tired of that a
Yeah.
little bit.
Season just started, babe.
The season just started. But I will say, we had our third practice on Wednesday, and that was actually pretty good. I think it's getting a little better now, but man, those first two practices. I talked to the guy I was an assistant coach for, and I was like, yeah, after the first few practices, I just came home to my wife, Erin. Erin's my wife, guys.
Am I? That's news.
This might be news to everyone after 250 episodes, but we are married.
We're lovers.
I am not only her butt warmer, I am also her husband. But I was like, I come home to Erin, and I'd just be like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I think I'm failing here. I think I'm doing a really bad job. And then I think you said something to the effect of like, you're at least doing something.
Yeah.
And then that kind of led me down like, yeah, screw these people. They ain't doing nothing. They're making me feel bad like I'm failing, but they're the ones not giving anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Their kids are fine.
They're expecting everything from you.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
As a volunteer, and I'm trying to engage you in this process and make you excited, and you're looking at me like turds with little googly eyes stuck on you. Mm-hmm. So,
well, it doesn't help that this rec league charges a fortune and gives you nothing.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
They're not paying their coaches.
Yeah. Oh, I don't get paid.
No, they don't provide uniforms. They don't provide supplies. Nothing. So it's like, why did I just pay this outrageous amount?
Right. Yeah.
You know.
But anyway, I was feeling really down in the dumps for those first two practices.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was failing. And then the next one went good. Well, and I had already come to that conclusion. Maybe that's why the next one was good too. I was like, you know what? I'm out here. I'm doing it. Yeah. And I was talking to him. His name's Dave, if I say his name. And he was like, yeah, I felt like that too, though. The first time I was coaching. I was like, oh, well, that makes me feel good too. So it's not just me who felt like that. So, but we're supposed to be having a game in 45 minutes. And it rained last night, so it got canceled. So we're here.
Welcome to spring.
Welcome to spring in Georgia. So it's supposed to rain on Monday, which is our next practice. So I have no idea when I'm going to see these people again. So that's exciting. What else have we done? We watched, the two shows that we're watching currently are Expedition X, which they looked for the Spanish boogeyman.
Right. The Spanish boogeyman doesn't exist, guys.
Guys, guess what? I hate to break this to you, but I don't think ghosts are real.
Although I am leaning towards shadow people being real, but not in the way that, these dorks think.
What do you think they are then, the shadow people?
I'm not sure.
Extra-dimensional creatures?
No, I don't know what it is yet.
Human beings?
But, there's been a lot of shadow people evidence. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking, the real shit.
Yeah.
That are only on the screen for, a second or two.
Right, yeah. unexplainable. Like this is a shadow, human shaped, doing something, and there's no
way it could be from anywhere else.
Right.
But like in this recent Expedition X, I was like, oh, that's definitely a person.
Right, yeah.
You know.
They had a briefcase.
They had a briefcase. Come on,
my
guys.
Ghost, I have to take my ghost
My Spanish
portfolio.
boogeyman is like, I need my briefcase. Come on. He's not a pedo.
Wait.
Pedos carry briefcases.
You heard it here first. If you have a Samsonite, you are a pedophile.
Lose that sucker.
Catamites have Samsonites. That should be their slogan. Anyway, wow, that's bold.
I'm just making statements today.
That's a bold.
Who knows what's coming out of my mouth? We don't know.
That was bold.
Mouth diarrhea. You're welcome.
But yeah, I have a sinking suspicion the boogeyman of Spain does not exist.
Does not exist. Yeah.
I don't know. And then it's like all these people are
it was Tia something. Tia.
Well, and he was a very like Dracula, like the real Dracula.
Yeah.
The bloodsucker. Like Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
Where he's considered like a monster to other people.
Yeah, but a hero to the locals.
Hero to the locals. And in the same sense, this guy, whoever he was, I don't remember, he was a hero to the Spanish people. Yeah. He was a monster to the French who were invading at the time. So I'm like, so why is he terrorizing the Spanish now? That makes no sense.
It doesn't make any kind of sense.
They should love him. He should love them.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
I don't get it.
What I am impressed by is that castle was owned by the same family for 20 generations.
Generational wealth, man.
That's nuts. That castle's been in the same family for 20 generations?
That's crazy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Well, and then I was saying, like, I love how all these castles are suddenly haunted.
Yeah, because they need to make mortgage payments or property taxes, whatever.
We need it. Like, they pull up.
So they're suddenly like, yeah, lots of bad shit went down here. Yeah. It's haunted as hell.
I mean,
that's $500 a night, please.
It's 20 generations of essentially billionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nasty stuff went down.
100%.
I bet some gross stuff happened there. But even when
you think recent billionaires, that's new? Oh, hell no.
But when they pulled up, they also had the staged medieval times knights fighting in the parking lot. Like, look at this place. I'm like, this is a tourist trap, guys.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Come on.
And they're just telling you that there's ghosts to get people to pay $500 a night or whatever with their stupid SLS
so,
meters.
Like, isn't that the Allegheny Institution now does that?
They have T-shirts.
They have like whole kiosks set up front.
They have like a Coke. They have like a literal like Coke bottle machine in the front of this like sanitarium, so you can get your Coke and your.
Ooh, it's creepy. Ooh.
And your Chex Mix before you go into the thing.
Oh my God!
It's so funny. It's just like this is it's a Disney World.
It's a Disney World for weirdos.
Yeah. I saw a ghost child. Why? You're in a prison.
And why do you want to see a ghost child? Shouldn't it be up in heaven by now? Or is God like, oh, you, kid. You get to keep in your torment forever.
Yeah.
Come on.
It doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense. Think about this, man.
Then we also watched we watched Scrubs, the 3rd episode of Scrubs. It was all right.
I just don't like seeing old people being that.
You don't like looking at old people. Just admit it.
True. So gross. They're so nasty.
So nasty. They're old balls.
They're old faces.
Reminding me of my own mortality.
No, I think they're
like 50.
Honestly,
they're like 50.
No, they all look great. I think my problem is it's just I'm watching The Pit.
Yeah.
You can't watch The Pit and Scrubs
at the same time. You just can't.
You just can't.
Yeah.
You just can't. It is. Neither of those are in the same lane.
Yeah.
You know, they're going in different directions.
We're
going in different directions.
We're going in different directions. No, but it's like if you give like you have like a professional artist and they're painting a masterpiece, and then you give like some idiot off the street the same canvas and the same paints, it's not going to look the same.
Right.
You know, it's going to, you can tell them to paint
or even both masterpieces. I don't want to, insult the guy writing Scrubs. I think he's doing a great job.
Well,
I'm just saying It's not the same.
The shifting of the gears is weird. Yeah, I guess it's not. They're different. They're different.
Yeah,
but
they're
the
different.
Same.
They're different, and it's really messing with my brain when I watch them in a week.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
But I did find out the Scrubs reboot. I told you this. One thing that's kind of making me more open to it. It doesn't feel as much of a cash grab to me. Is that apparently JD is based on a real doctor, and it always has been. Bill Lawrence, I think that's his name, the guy who created this and Ted Lasso and Shrinking and all that stuff. We should be watching the next season of Shrinking, I guess. It's just sad. It makes me sad. He had caught up with the guy who plays JD, whose real name is like JD. And he's like a teaching doctor now, but he also does like cardiovascular work. And he's just like burnt out on like everything.
I bet.
So this guy who started out so hopeful, in the early 2000s.
Trying to save lives.
Is now like 20-something years later is just like, not the same guy anymore. He's really popular and they really like him at the school, but it's also like he's just like, I'm done. And I'm like, well, that is kind of an interesting take on this. I still don't like the fact that they made him and Elliot get a divorce. I think that's dumb.
That's horrible. So stupid.
I think the only way I would be okay with that is if they do not get back together.
Yeah.
If they just stay friends. That's kind of where the latest episode kind of left them. Like, we're going to be friends.
Right.
I can deal with that, but if this is like a whole way to like get them back romantically together, I'm not really interested in that.
Hard pass.
And then we saw the latest episode of The Pit with the surprise return of Abbott.
Yay! But I think this was it.
I think
that's it.
I think that is it.
I think that's it.
Because he's like, well, he says he has to come back in like 3 hours for the night shift, so he might show up for like the final episode.
He's not showing up again. Bye, Garrus.
You love that man.
I do. It's not every day a dude walks around like Cameron. It's very difficult.
Thank you. But yeah, The Pit was good, and I guess that's all we've been watching. Those are the three things we kind of have been watching lately. Yeah. Today, we watch another show on what is a station called Trio.
Yeah, Trio.
Where they display things that are brilliant but canceled. Much like Neil Gaiman. Brilliant but canceled. Piece of garbage.
Part of the Epstein class, man.
Epstein class. J.K. Rowling, Epstein class.
Epstein class.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are all getting grouped with pedophiles now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Have fun with that. We watched the TV show Fargo. And we drank Celsius Arctic Vibe to get into the mood.
It was a theme. And the Arctic Vibe color is yellow. Let that sink in.
Why is Arctic Vibe yellow? Get some blue food coloring.
I don't know. There are food coloring. Food coloring exists.
RFK Jr. won't let us have it unless we get into a sauna.
Unless we start eating ferments.
Ferments.
And working out in our jeans like fucking weirdos.
The weirdo never nude.
God, they're so gross.
He's like Tobias Funke.
Look, I don't mind never nudes. Whatever, that's fine. But working out in jeans...
It's gross.
...is unacceptable.
That is unacceptable.
That is unacceptable.
Those jeans must smell like donkey ass.
Can you imagine trying to like get out of them after working out?
Yeah.
I have a hard time peeling off my workout clothes.
Yeah. Whenever like
and
sweat.
They're supposed to be wicking. You know? Can you just jeans just like crunched into everything?
I mean,
imagine the smell.
It's the smell.
I just can't.
I can't with these people. I cannot with these people.
Can't. You cannot give me health advice when you're working out in jeans.
No, that's a new rule.
That's a new rule. That's it.
In the Constitution now.
That's right. It was written in the Constitution. George Washington wrote it.
You don't.
It was added because Thomas Jefferson was like, I like jeans.
Yeah.
And George Washington was like, you're a freaking weirdo.
You're a weirdo. You are a weirdo. And stop eating those tomatoes. They're nightshade.
They're poison.
They're poisonous.
They're poison.
This is all real history here, guys. Thomas Jefferson would eat tomatoes on the street, and everyone was like, "What a freak!" Because they're from the nightshade family, so they thought it was poisonous. He also brought macaroni and cheese to America.
Cool.
Those are the things he should be remembered for.
I mean, if he wasn't such a rapist,
yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, you know who wasn't a rapist? John Adams.
Yeah, I know you love John Adams.
He doesn't have a statue. He should have a statue.
Well, he wasn't a part of the Epstein class.
Exactly. You
don't get a statue unless you're part of the Epstein class.
Freaking
I can't wait to watch those suckers burn.
So and I should clarify for you guys really quick. When we say we watched Fargo, we don't mean
the cute, charming movie
by the Coen brothers, and we're not talking about the rebooted series that came out a few years ago that's still on the air.
Wow, yeah, we're not talking about that one either.
Apparently, in 2003, I think, or 2002, there was an attempt to, use that word. That's a good word.
Attempt, I like it.
There's an attempt to bring Fargo to the small screen.
Right.
They made a pilot directed by the Kathy Bates. Starring the Edie Falco. And starring Officer Lou, who was Officer Lou in the movie Fargo.
Yeah, wild.
Because I was like, I know this guy. And I was like, and I looked him up, like, oh my God, he actually, when we were talking the other day, like, you never get, like, Elizabeth Shue to reprise role. This guy was like, yeah, I'll do it. But, so, yeah. This show, guys.
Okay. I loved how it started.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how it started.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to spoil it because the show is old. Anything over 20 years, I'm going to tell you what happens.
This show can rent a car.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to spoil it.
Yeah. Get ready. Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts. So, the beginning, it starts.
Paint the picture.
This guy is trying to start his car.
In the middle of a mall.
In the middle of an empty mall parking lot.
I don't know how he got his car.
That is covered in snow.
How did
he doesn't have chains on his tires.
No.
So, how did his car get there? We don't know.
Why is it there?
We don't know. This other vehicle pulls up. She's got jumper cables.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, here's your side of the jumper cables. And he's putting the jumper cables on under his hood.
Red, right?
And then
Black
he
is wrong.
goes with her jumper cables and puts her jumper cables under her hood.
Yep.
And then, guys, do you know what happens? Nothing. No, I'm kidding. That's not what happens. He gets in his car and the car starts. Because of the jumper cables.
Yeah.
The car starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then his face gets blowed off.
Awesome.
Awesome sauce. And then it cuts.
Now, here are some of my issues with the scene, though. I agree with you. This is a great opening first scene. I feel like
you have my attention. Why did this woman set up his car to work and then shoot him in the face?
And that's part of my problem. I'm like, why did she go to the trouble?
Yeah. I guess making him comfortable so he wasn't expecting it.
But why would he have been expecting it? Because we're going to spoil something here. We're going to spoil it right now. I'm going to tell you who the murderer is. Because you know what? The show doesn't give a shit.
No.
Most of the show is not.
The wrap-up was as fast as the intro of her shooting him. That's as fast as finding her.
Most of the show is dealing with a completely different crime.
A Viking funeral.
That has nothing to do with this crime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this woman shoots him. First of all, I'm like, why go through the trouble of doing the jumper cables at all if you're going to kill him? He can't go anywhere. Whatever. I guess to lull him into a false sense of security, but it also is just providing more evidence for the cops. Now, granted, so we see the woman shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't clean up any of the evidence.
No.
We see her face. Later on in the show, there is a whole scene at a beauty parlor with this woman. Mm-hmm. I did not recognize her as the murderer.
I didn't either. They all looked the same.
So rather than having So rather than having a moment where I'm like, oh, that's the murderer.
Right.
Like you showed us her face.
Yeah, they did.
You showed it clearly to us, but I still did not recognize her later on. So in this scene that when it's happening later on in the show, like I think you shouldn't have shown me her face, honestly, and for many reasons. So when the scene is happening later on the show at this beauty parlor, and this woman is talking about how she got offered a chance to be a Playboy model, and the woman who murdered the person is talking about how she's in menopause and she's encouraging this woman to do what she wants because menopause sucks and she's going through hot flashes or whatever.
I get that.
That's all cool, but when I'm watching the show, I'm like, why is this happening right now?
Yeah.
Like, what does this have to do with the murder? What does it, I mean, little did I know.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was like, this is a random scene.
What does this have to do with the stolen body and the Viking funeral? Yeah. I don't know. Like, we're just in the middle of the show having this conversation. So then later on in the show, it's revealed that she murdered this guy. I mean, I'm spoiling the big, the main murder, I guess, in the show right now. It turns out that the guy she murdered was her pharmacist.
Her doctor.
Was it the doctor?
It was the doctor who refused to give her more estrogen because he said it was all in her head.
Right. I would say that
He deserved to get shot.
Exactly. And see, that's what sucks about this show.
Yeah.
Is like I think that's actually a really good.
Yeah.
It has a deeper message to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are not listening to women's medical issues.
Yeah.
And we need to stop that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? You should probably get shot.
Yeah, 100%.
But the show kind of like brushes it all away also. Because when she's finally confronted, like you say, it's a quick wrap up.
Yep.
Is she's like, hey, did you murder that guy yesterday? And she's like, I don't remember. I was having like a hot flash or something like that. I don't remember. Maybe. And so like that kind of explains away why she didn't really clean up the scene or why she like, they're saying that she just has no memory of this.
Okay, speaking as a menopausal woman who deals with hot flashes.
Yeah.
Who being told, diet and exercise.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't fucking cut it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I have premeditated murders in my head for a lot of people.
Why are you looking at me like
and
that?
it's not a crime of passion.
Right. It's cold.
It is systematic.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly, people need to know this isn't natural.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like they like to say it is.
Yeah.
If a man's hormones dips in any weird way, they're immediately given hormones.
Right.
A woman's body dips weirdly in hormones, and they're like, oh, just diet and exercise.
Yeah.
Like, there's a big fucking difference with how you're treated medically.
Exactly. And I think what they did in the show makes it toothless. Like, it should have been premeditated.
It should have been.
It should have been like, F you, I'm telling you.
Oh, no, my menopause made me crazy. No, man.
Yeah,
no, man.
hysteria.
They're like, oh, it's hysteria.
It's still women's issues.
Yeah. Bicycle face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. So. It's a way for the show to like kind of get her off the murder. Like she's still arrested and all that stuff, but it's a way to be like, they're trying to make you like sympathetic towards her.
Yeah.
But personally, I would be more sympathetic if it's like, I had a medical issue.
This bitch deserved to be shot because he wasn't providing my health care.
He was not providing my health care. He's being an arrogant piece of shit.
Yeah. A sexist piece of fucking shit.
And that's, I think, the difference in a lot of these things. It's like, we can root for that person, honestly, even if they're a murderer, because I understand. And that's the whole point of telling the story is to be like, yeah, that is bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshit.
You know what? It is bullshit. He was actually the villain.
Yeah.
But that's like that really what the show is about, as we said, because like that is all of maybe 5 minutes of this in
40
total.
minutes. Oh my God. It was so boring, guys.
So,
it was so boring.
So what I should say is this is supposed to be a direct sequel to the 1996 movie.
Okay.
So Edie Falco is playing the same character as Frances McDormand. Not only that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Not only that, she is playing her pregnant as she was in the movie. So this is supposed, and I even wrote a note at one point. I was like, is this supposed to take place before the movie or after the movie? And the IMDb synopsis says it comes after the movie. So she's playing that same character. And I was like, I don't like these straight to these this is like a direct sequel to the movie. And I think it's a really bad idea when you're talking about like an Oscar-winning movie that is really well done and really subtle. And like what was the problem with this show too is I feel like Fargo is always supposed to be like, you're seeing in this kind of snowy wasteland certain beauty and everything is like artistically done.
Yes, 100%.
And this show would have a guy walking through a garage, moping, and linger on it.
Oh my God, we watched him mope for 2 minutes.
It was mistaking duration for depth.
Yeah.
And you want duration and depth. But anyway, so it was just like him walking through the thing. And I'm like, if this was done with any kind of facility, this could be interesting. Somehow you could show me how the garage is a prison for him or how it represents his feelings or whatever. But there's just nothing there to cling to.
Yeah.
So it's just a man slowly walking through a garage for like 2 minutes of a 40-something minute show, and nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
So and the whole show is paced like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other problem with the show, this is a big problem. This is a big mistake. Is everybody is doing terrible Minnesotan accents.
Oh my God, really bad, really forced.
Yeah.
It sounds like me doing it.
Yeah.
That's not a compliment.
It felt like a community improv troupe, and someone was like,
"Oh yeah, don't you know?
Don't you know? You betcha.
Oh,
You betcha."
yeah.
Or the other one I kept thinking it was The Simpsons. They all think I'm slow, but I'm Canadian, eh?
I'm Canadian, so they think I'm a little slow, eh? Oh my God.
You could tell the actors were struggling
Right.
to capture the accent. So they couldn't act at that point because they were so focused on, I have to talk like this, don't you know?
Yeah. It was awful. It was so bad.
And I said, I wrote here, I don't remember writing this, but it's true. Every scene is a meal.
Yeah.
Every scene just has to take freaking forever.
Yep.
They did certain things that I think, again, done with any kind of finesse or skill. And I'm not trying to take away from Kathy Bates necessarily. It's not really... A television director is different than a film director.
Yeah.
You're not really having like a cinematographer like you have and all that. The other, so the B story that's really the A story.
Yeah.
Is this...
The A story is really just the side quest.
Yeah. It's just kind of in the background.
Yeah.
And these stories do not align in any way, shape, or form.
No, they sure don't.
I kept waiting for something to happen like, oh... that guy died and he's connected to this guy.
Right.
You have two old men basically who died.
Yeah.
One dies in a fish shack, like an ice fishing shack. And the other guy
Of natural causes.
Of natural causes. And
I was like, is there a serial killer? Because of how everything was set up.
Yeah. You were saying that for a while.
Yeah,
like, who's the serial killer?
Who's the serial killer? Because that was very confusing.
Yeah.
Because there was just a bunch of dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah. Of old men.
Of old men.
So you feel like there has to be some sort of connection going on here. Had the guy in the parking lot been the doctor, like you said, and the guy in the fishing shack been the pharmacist.
Yeah.
And then you have a connection, and you're like, no, there's nothing like that. And we're constantly throughout the show, and that's what makes a story brilliant, is how like the A, B, or C stories all intertwine and affect one another.
Yeah.
You have this old man who's dead. His sons are there for the funeral. And what I did like is when they went to the funeral home, how, I don't know how many people have been to funeral homes, that looked like a freaking funeral home.
Yeah.
It had the salmon colored couch that looks like you got from like the Restore or something like that.
It's horrible.
The white walls, bland pictures.
Yeah.
It's just the ugliest interior I've ever seen.
Not at all comforting.
What happens in the scene is, again, it's like someone who like cheated off someone smarter, but still don't understand how the problems or the solutions work. I
It's AI.
Yeah, it is in a way. I actually did think that at one point. I'm like, this is kind of AI-y in a way. It's seen Fargo, but it doesn't know how to replicate
It understands
Fargo.
the concepts.
Yes.
But the delivery isn't
Human.
well done.
Yeah. I feel like with Fargo,
it's done.
Yeah.
Not well done.
Yes. We completed. We have content for you.
That's what AI art does. It understands the concept. It delivers the product.
Yeah.
There it is. It's done.
This is it.
But it doesn't feel like the original concepts.
Right.
Something got lost along the way.
Yeah. And I feel like Fargo, the movie, like it really has like, it looks at some of the banality of life and makes it feel meaningful. I feel like that's what they were kind of doing. Like these tragedies that happen in your life that are also like when somebody passes in your life, but you still have to deal with like the bureaucracy of death. You have to talk about funeral arrangements and the costs and all that stuff. And, we can't bury him until April, maybe May.
Because the ground's frozen.
You know, like those kind of things that you don't think of.
Yeah.
And I think there is something interesting in that.
Yeah.
In like the heartbreak of that kind of like how our grieving process ends up being stretched.
Yeah.
You know, because of these things. but this show doesn't hit it very well.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it was rushed.
Yeah.
Even though the pace is extremely slow.
Yes.
So they wanted to get in as much story and symbolism and emotion as they possibly could. But they rushed it so hard and so fast that it actually ended up being slow.
Yeah.
They crossed that line.
Yeah.
To where they made it super slow and super boring, but lost all of it in the process.
Yeah. It's almost like they tried to take a breath for introspection.
Yeah.
But didn't say anything of any profound meaning that would require introspection. Like, you're just kind of like there's a scene later on. Okay, so this is the guy who dies in the ice shack. The story there is it's a mother and two brothers. One of the brothers has been traveling around for a while. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want his father buried in the ground in the Helvete.
Right.
Because his dad is a quote-unquote Viking, because they're Minnesotans. They have, like, Norse heritage or whatever. And he needs to be, like, burned in a boat, like a Viking warrior. And there was, like, a scene where the brothers are talking. All of a sudden, the brother who hadn't really been understanding this, like the one who was like, he's fine to be buried rather than burned in a boat. He's like, this is why he always had that Bonneville with the top down. Because
he was claustrophobic.
He was claustrophobic. And it's like, and so it's like suddenly like, it's like, oh, that's why he shouldn't be buried. But nothing had set claustrophobia up until the end. Exactly.
Nothing.
And then the other brother's like, yes, I remember that. His accent was way worse than mine. Mine's flawless. He's like,
flawless.
He's like, oh, I remember that convertible watching the trees whiz by. And the stars over the sky.
And pause.
Big long pause because it's poetic.
Pause.
We're trying to make
Imagine the stars as you're looking up through a convertible.
Why would you have the top down?
Probably like a T-top.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a T-top, so you had to like pull off the panels.
Yeah. But they're setting up this like monologue, like deep, resonant, like you know how this is when your parent dies or whatever. I'm like, you're telling me this with like 5 minutes left in the show.
Yeah, you could have done this the other 30 minutes that were just boring as hell, just watching Edie Falco fake eat all the time.
Fake eat all the time with her fake belly.
Oh my God, and her fake waddle.
I said at some point, I was like, I think...
women who haven't been pregnant shouldn't pretend to be pregnant.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's a certain thing that happens with your body when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Speaking as someone who is pregnant.
Yeah. Twice, guys. You literally have a very difficult time moving. Yeah.
A very difficult time.
Yeah.
It is hard to get up out of a car. It is hard to stand up from sitting. It is extremely difficult. And she's just like moving like she's an Olympiad.
Yeah, she's fine.
She's fine. I just, that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
And
it really is.
And the other thing from like Fargo, the movie, is her character, Marge, is supposed to be this like really smart detective. Disarmingly, yeah. And they kind of carry that over. But like, I really wish that they just said she had the baby at this point. Because they felt like they were retreading a lot of the same notes that they did in the movie. Like, look at this pregnant woman solving crimes.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, maybe just have her have the baby. And like, that could be a whole different dynamic. Now, spoiler alert, this show does one of the things I hate most in the world.
Yep.
Is
women suddenly giving birth in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And that baby has to come out right now.
And it's going to be clean as hell.
Yeah.
And it's going to be enormous.
And at that point, I had already said, right before the birth happens, I had said in my notes, why is this still going on? Why is this happening? Why is this show not over?
Why is this show not over? Because we were like, okay, the boat's on fire. Okay.
Yeah, everything
Murder's
had
been solved. Why are we still watching this?
Why is this still going on?
Oh, because Edie Falco now has to give birth going, oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. It is seriously 5 minutes of her going, oh, geez.
We better park in this abandoned gas station.
And why is he pulling down the newspapers from the windows?
To catch the baby, I think.
Oh my God, you
gross
can't. Gross
newspapers.
What is it?
And like, and it was so annoying, guys, because like one of my least favorite tropes is like the partner being like, just push just a little bit further now. And I'm like,
I'd kick you in the face.
I'm like, you are not a doctor. I hate how in every like TV
I'd rather
show,
have Alf deliver my baby.
Alf, I bet, could do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had a book at least.
Yeah, exactly. He was in a lab coat.
So, but yeah, so the whole show is like they're trying to figure out both the murder and a boat gets stolen.
Yes.
I had to ask you about the boat getting stolen at the end because I really didn't get it. But they're looking, they and both those things are same weight, same level of concern.
Yeah.
And like I said, the boat situation, which has to do with the Viking funeral, is 90% of the show.
Yes.
And this also did the other thing that I really, really hate, which you already kind of sort of touched on. She goes to like a store, she's asking questions, and she runs into the brother who did steal the boat, who wants to do the Viking funeral. And she's like, hey, you're what's his name? And he's like,
we had a biology partnership together.
We dissected a frog together in sophomore year of high school. And I was like, there were people I was literally close to in high school that I spent multiple like weekends hanging out with. And if I ran into them now, I would not know who the they are.
Yeah, I agree.
And they could go up to me and be like, hey, we did this together. I'd be like, I don't have any recollection of this.
Yeah.
I hate that. And so I was like, okay, maybe the show is trying to say she's just so observant, and that's what makes her such a great police chief and everything else. But then she has trouble, like, remembering other things. She even remembers the college he went to, but she can't remember the name.
Because she thought Rice was a silly name for a college.
Right, she thought Rice...
She was cracking up over that.
She thought it was so silly. But then, so I was like, okay, maybe she just has, like, a really good memory. She's really observant. But then there's a moment later where she's lying in bed with her husband and they're watching the loudest Western you ever heard, which is another weird trope that's like, they're always watching like Westerns and TV shows. Yeah. And they're talking about like, I guess, naming the baby because the baby's due any second.
And they still haven't named the baby.
They don't even know if it's a boy or girl.
That's insane.
And which again drives me crazy.
Yep.
Even if you're one of those weirdos who's like...
You have to purposefully not want to know the gender of your child.
Exactly. Like, you have to tell the doctor, don't tell me.
Yeah.
And every time you go to the doctor and you do, like, an ultrasound, you have to be like, please don't tell me what the sex is. Yeah. And so you really have to go through a lot of trouble to not know what the sex is. Mm-hmm. And then to be like, and we don't have any name set up for either gender at this point. But she's like, oh, she says somebody's name, Jerry Turgerson. Remember Jerry Turgerson from 5th grade? And he's like, oh, yeah, I remember Jerry. And I'm like, okay, so it's not just she has a great memory. He does, too, because he remembers 5th grade people he hung out with. And so it's just like, I don't know. This was so annoying.
Oh, it was so boring. And it was trying to be pretentious as hell.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was failing that, too. And it just, I had a really hard time with this.
And the other, though, I guess really kind of maybe I have something else to say, but like the one other thing that really bugged me about showing the murder in the beginning, or like, I don't care about showing the murder. Because like, here's the setup, you know, like Erin already set it up. It's in the parking lot and it's snowing. So both people are in huge parkas. They're not, you can't tell any distinguishing features of either of them.
Yeah.
But then when she shoots him, they show a shot of her shooting him.
Yeah.
So you see from the beginning that it's a woman. Even if we didn't recognize her later on in the show, we know that the murderer is a woman.
Yeah.
The whole show is them trying to figure out this boot size that seems too small, and they are fixated on that it must be a man.
Must be a tiny man.
They're like, oh, it must be a tiny man. I'm like, never once in the show until the end of the show does this brilliant chief of police go... Because somebody else says something, a man, says something, and she's like, maybe it's not a man, maybe it's not a tiny man, maybe it's a woman. And I'm like, okay, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But it's even more dumb that you showed us it was a woman at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because we're so far ahead of you.
Yeah, that like every time she was like, oh, size 8, that's, you know, tiny men have a lot to prove.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me right now.
So then I guess like one of the only other things I really have to say is like this did a lot of, we've been seeing this a lot lately with our unaired pilots. This situation where an event is about to happen and it looks like it's going to be like action or dramatic, and then it cuts to commercial.
Oh my God. Yeah, that happened a lot in this show.
Yeah.
So the brothers get into a fight because one of them has stolen the dead body of their dad.
well, no, it's more than that. They're both drunk. They come out of a
Yeah.
bar. They turn the corner. The brother who's like kind of the estranged brother, he's like, I can give you a ride home. And when they turn the corner, the brother who stayed in Brainerd, this makes no sense being called Fargo except for to be attached to the movie.
Yeah.
The brother who works there is like, what's my truck doing here?
Yeah.
And the brother's like, yeah, I took it. And he's like, you just stole my truck? He's like, it's not your truck, it's Dad's truck. And then you would have said no if I had asked you if I could have borrowed it. So they get into a fight. And then it's about the boat, and he pulls out the oar, and he like holds it up to his brother's neck like, I'm about to beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
And then it cuts.
And then it cuts. And then,
the murder gets solved.
Yeah. And then the next time we see the brothers, they're about to burn their dad's body. So like, how did that fight get resolved? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Last time we saw, they were about to get into fisticuffs.
Yeah. Every time the show got a little bit interesting, it would immediately cut.
And then it's very much like I Rest My Case from Legally Blonde, where it's like, oh, I guess that was just resolved.
In the commercial break.
An inconvenient plot detail has been resolved while we were watching game commercials.
Yeah.
So, and apparently the brother who had been attacked by the brother with the wielding the oar had at some point called Edie Falco and was like, hey, he stole this boat. He's going to burn my father.
Yeah.
And so she shows up, and then she just lets him off. Because, like, okay, can you explain once more to me?
Okay.
What the deal is with the boat? Like, take me through it from one end to the other.
Okay, so the guy named Finder came in and reported his boat stolen.
Right.
Well, he was committing insurance fraud because the boat he said that was stolen was a big 18-foot fiberglass boat with all the bells and whistles.
And
so that he could get a big insurance payout.
Gotcha.
But the registration of the boat was a little wooden boat.
Gotcha.
Just a regular rowboat.
Okay.
Because that's the boat that was needed for the Viking funeral was just a wooden boat, not a fiberglass boat.
Gotcha.
And so in order to de-escalate everything, Edie Falco was like, oh, I guess we never found Finder's boat.
Right.
That big old fiberglass boat.
So she's rewarding him for insurance fraud?
Yes. Otherwise, he's going to be arrested for insurance fraud.
So if she
then the other guy now has to go to jail for trying to bury his father.
Oh.
So she just made all of that go away.
So she's
by being like, we never found the fiberglass boat.
Right, because this is a wooden boat, not the
fire.
Oh, I got it. But like,
so she helps him commit insurance fraud so that nobody goes to jail.
See, and I don't have a problem with her sticking it to the Epstein class.
Yeah.
At all. I'm supportive of that. But Finder himself, the character, is such a dipshit.
Yeah.
That like I don't really want.
He brings along his honest wife, and his wife is like, they didn't take the motor.
Yeah, because he tells us it's like this awesome motor, and she's like, no, they left that.
Yeah.
And he's like, ugh, like you dumb broad.
Yeah.
So like I don't really want him to be rewarded with this new boat.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because
especially a huge payout. Like the rowboat was probably worth. I'm gonna be nice here and say about $5,000.
Yeah.
And the fiberglass boat, 18-footer with all the bells and whistles, is probably like 60.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, gotcha.
So there's a big insurance fraud payout there.
Gotcha.
Which I think is just wrong.
I mean, like, again, I don't care.
Like, you can get your wooden $6,000 back.
Yeah.
And I would be totally fine with the insurance fraud then.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like, yep, the boat was stolen. Too bad.
Too bad.
But now it's like, no, this is a considerable payout now.
Yeah, he's actually getting rewarded for his crime. Like, this is a crime.
Yeah, for his lying.
Yeah, that's messed up.
There's a big difference.
The other thing that's messed up is there is a brief moment of racism in the show that really had no place here. They arrive at a gas station that's run by an indigenous person, and she introduces herself as the chief of the police, but she's like,
but not a chief, you know what I mean.
And it's like, yeah, I get it. I'm indigenous.
I left my feathered hairpiece somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Perhaps you would like to fill up your tank with some wampum.
Oh my God.
Like, it was just like, it was uncalled for.
We're laughing at racism,
Racism.
guys.
We're
not with it,
yeah.
okay?
Then this is how the show kind of did it. And my problem with it is racism. But also my other problem is it just comes out of nowhere for no good reason.
Yeah, why were they even there?
I don't even know
why did they even show up at this place?
She's like...
Were they trying to accuse the indigenous people of stealing the boat?
She's looking for any information, and she goes up to the indigenous woman who runs the gas station, and she's like, do you have any information on this? And the woman's like, no, I don't. And she's like, oh, cool. Racist thing said. And then she's like, oh, do you mind if I use your bathroom because I'm pregnant? And the indigenous woman's like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. And then they start walking to go to the bathroom, and then she's like, so you didn't see anyone? She's like, well, I did see someone. And I'm like, what changed that now she's
she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Women underestimate pregnant women. Men underestimate pregnant women. Everybody thinks pregnant women are stupid and idiot.
Everything is so pat in this show. Like, there's no brilliance in the writing. No. It's just so basic.
Yep.
It's like things just are resolved because it's time for them to be resolved in the show. There's not, again, nothing really intertwined. Like the boat in the, well, I mean, that clearly intertwines because there's a reason for it. But like the murder at the beginning has nothing to do, like it would be different if, I don't know how it would be different. I was trying to say, like, if the old man dying had there's something to be said about his end of life versus her approaching, like going through menopause, but that doesn't really work. Mm-mm. Like, there's nothing that ties anything together.
No.
So it's just like, I don't know. And it's not interesting enough. It's not funny enough.
No.
It's not anything enough, really. We do have 2 reviews on this one. I do want to say really quick, though, there was just wanted to say, there was a point where Trio was advertising other shows. And it was like, watch Baby New Earth in Dear Diary.
Oh, God.
And this whole thing, as we said, was like canceled but brilliant.
Yeah.
Blog.
Brilliant but canceled.
Brilliant but canceled, sorry. And it was called Dear Diary. And I was like, and I asked you, I was like, should we do that one? And you were like, no. But I looked it up because I wanted to see this Dear Diary show. And the only thing I'm going to say, we maybe we'll do it when it's a 23-minute unaired pilot. It is the only unaired pilot that actually won an Oscar.
What?
Yeah. Apparently they made this show, they aired it, it was not picked up for series, but then they wanted it to be considered for Oscar consideration, so they played it in theaters like once.
What?
And then it won the Oscar for best short film.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, if it was that good, why wasn't it picked up for series then?
What?
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow, that makes no sense to me.
Anyway, we have only 2 reviews and only, I think, 1 review that I think is probably worth even looking at. The other one's just a joke. It's not funny, just like the show. It's 8 out of 10. Pretty good spin-off of the film. This is contemporary. This was written in 2004. This pilot for a series manages to capture pretty well the memorable tone of the 1996 film. Again, in a very AI kind of way. Like, I get the gist, but I'm not really getting the heart of it.
It's lacking the art.
Yeah. Leaving aside the extreme violence of the kidnapping plot. Well, they weren't going to just rehash the movie.
Yeah.
Edie Falco takes over the role of Chief Gunderson, played so memorably in the film by Frances McDormand, here investigating a local domestic crime. Blah, 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 blah. McDormand's Oscar-winning performance was so indelible, it's difficult to accept someone else playing the role, but Falco comes about as close as it's fair to expect. Sure. More detail about the town of Brainerd fleshes out the story, including Jeffrey Knopf's and Robert Joy's 2 brothers. This is just a plot synopsis, really.
Yeah.
The original movie itself didn't have much to do with it. Oh, Fargo itself, the city. It was not filmed there. When they converted the story for a TV pilot, all ties to North Dakota's largest city were severed in favor of the wifty, oddball charm of Brainerd. It's easy to see how it might be a hard sell as a series,
Well,
however.
then wait. How can they keep calling it Fargo if it doesn't even take place in Fargo?
The movie doesn't take place in Fargo. So...
What?
Yeah, but again, they're calling it Fargo just to, like, have the IP connection to the movie.
Lame.
But it has nothing to do with Fargo. I don't know. Now, I'm not a Fargo freak. You know, like, I've seen Fargo.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I will watch it again. Like, I liked it. I just haven't.
I haven't seen it in,
Yeah.
God, 15, 20 years.
Probably been 5-6 years for me. It's been a while. And that was like my first time watching it, I want to say. It was a first watch maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And I liked it, but it's just like I haven't revisited it since then. So I have a very vague memory of it. And now I know the new television series is in its 5th season.
Wow.
As far as I understand it, it's not an anthology show, but each season is a standalone story.
Oh, okay. So there's an overall.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to do with
killer.
it doesn't have to do with these characters.
Okay.
Which I think is wise.
Okay.
But I don't know if it takes place in Brainerd or in Fargo.
Or in Miami.
Well, it definitely takes place somewhere snowy. I know that. I know.
Then definitely not Vancouver.
I know.
You know it doesn't snow there?
It does. Yeah, I know it doesn't snow very much there, if at all.
Yeah, because like, you know how I'm working on these hockey illustrated covers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hockey.
Heated rivalry, baby. Except for the dumb American hockey team had to be heads, but whatever.
God, they better not have ruined hockey because like I've got a lot of illustrated hockey covers to make. Don't ruin it for me, man. But yeah, the author was like, I want them outside, but remember, no snow because it doesn't snow in Vancouver. And I was like, really?
Yeah, it has something to do with the current there or something.
Yeah,
like
it kind of like messed with my brain a little because I was like, oh, doesn't snow in that part of Canada?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's more like Seattle, like that kind of temperature and climate.
Oh, did you hear Seattle has been lying about the damage one of their dams has been doing to the salmon population?
What?
Yeah, they've had to pay out billions now.
Seattle, I am disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Right. There's so many battles we have to fight right now, guys.
You guys just pick one.
You gotta pick one. You just gotta pick one.
Oh, speaking of, I am going to be running 100 miles in the month of April for the American Cancer Society. Very doable goal in terms of my running, so you don't have to worry about me not doing it. But if anyone would like to sponsor me,
I'll be sponsoring.
You'll be sponsoring. I have a GoFundMe up. If you go to my Instagram page, does anyone know my Instagram page?
I don't know.
@Cameron_H. Whatever. I don't know if you can search for it for GoFundMe. Cameron, American Cancer Society, 100 miles, whatever. I think you can find it. But if you're interested in doing that, I would appreciate it. But would you? Oh, what I keep trying to say too is Ewan McGregor is in one of the seasons of Fargo, the
Wild.
TV show. Yeah.
Don't care.
You don't care?
No.
You anti Ewan McGregor now?
Maybe.
Why?
'Cause
he's not as Scottish as he used to be. Would you bring this show to series?
No.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was boring.
It was so boring.
It wasn't even good at being pretentious.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's like it was trying to be pretentious, but it couldn't even do that.
Yeah. Because
it's really easy to be pretentious. Just be a fucking snob.
Like, I can get behind a show failing at being pretentious. Because that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, honestly.
Like I said, like the one scene that they almost kind of nail it is that like when he saw the trees whizzing by and the stars over it. Like, you're laughing because it's freaking funny.
It was so bad.
Because, like, people don't speak like that in real life. They don't talk in, like, poetic couplets.
See, and that's why I'm saying everybody accusing AI shit. It's just like, nah, everybody's written like this. This is why AI writes like this, because people wrote like this before AI.
And the reason why people maybe can't tell AI writing is because you're used to bad writing.
Yeah, it's been like this forever, guys. There's been good writers. There's been bad writers. Like I want to tell people right now, stop accusing people of using AI.
We've gone over that, but
no,
yeah.
I mean like right now.
Yeah.
Stop.
Just stop. Just
full stop. You either like something or you don't. And if you don't, move on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sick of this bullshit because you don't know if it's A or I. And I will tell you right now, I now can't tell. That's how good AI has gotten at mimicking reality.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Right.
And if I can't tell,
you sure
I know you non-experts can't fucking tell.
Yeah, exactly.
So just shut up.
Yeah.
Either like what you like, follow your favorite artists.
Yeah.
or whatever.
And if they're an AI artist, they're an AI artist.
Or you know what? If you find out like one of your artists is using AI or whatever, but you really like the work, well then, hey, guess what? You really like the work.
Yeah.
You know, it just stop being so bullying.
Yeah. Exactly.
You either like it or you don't. Whatever you like, you like. Whatever you don't like, you don't like.
Yeah.
Then move on. That's art. I hate the Mona Lisa. I think it's super overrated and very stupid.
But that smile.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible.
I mean, like.
But I moved on.
Yeah.
People can love it if they want. That's what art is. You either love it or you don't.
Yeah.
It speaks to you or it doesn't.
And
so just move on.
I almost feel like the anger now with AI is like, if I like something that's AI, that just tells everyone that I'm basic as shit. You know, like I'm just a basic bee who likes this AI thing.
Well, newsflash, most people are basic bees.
Yeah. Not our listeners, though.
No. And I'm a basic bee.
You're not a basic bee.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucking basic as hell.
You're not basic as anything.
I'm basic. See, even the car knows it.
No, I don't believe that at all. But yeah, I just stop accusing people of it.
Yeah, just stop.
It's gross.
Just stop.
Just stop.
You're actually ruining real artists' careers.
Yeah.
So just stop.
Just stop.
You're helping the AI corporations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You are their AI police.
Yeah. You're doing for them.
You're doing their job for them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my cover artist friends have now had to close their doors. One of them actually committed self-exit.
Oh, did she? Who was this? Oh, yeah. I guess you can't say.
I can't say. So because she was bullied so hard of being accused of using AI.
This wasn't the person that just disappeared.
No.
Okay.
She was one of them on the list that AI trained on. And so everybody was like, "Oh, your work is all AI generated," and like went hard on her. And
even though it was AI stealing from her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so she couldn't. Yeah. So you know what? Congratulations, fuckers. You're doing to artists what you did to little Anakin.
Yeah.
You're fucking ruining their lives.
Yeah.
Congratulations on being a fucking bully.
Yeah, exactly.
Go after the AI corporations, not the artists.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand.
Like, what the f*** is wrong with you?
Yeah, go after ChatGPT. Go after Midjourney. Like, ban those people, but don't go after the people who are just trying to make a living.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can't tell the difference. Well, then there you go. You can't tell the difference, so shut the f*** up before you try to bully somebody into killing themselves.
Exactly. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's how we end a show.
That's
That's how you end a show.
Take that, Fargo. That's how you end it.
That's how you're a pretentious bitch. Right there.
We love you guys, and we are very grateful for all of you who spend an hour or so a week with us.
And hey, thank you for supporting my YouTube channel.
Thank you for...
I know it's weird and bizarre, and I appreciate it.
Oh, I have a YouTube channel up now.
Yay!
I have a video up of me reading the introduction in chapter 1 of My Antonia by Willa Cather. My page is the restful page. I am self-conscious of what I did. I don't think it was my best work. I have recorded stuff after this that I think is way better.
And I'm not letting you replace your first chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want, but honestly, you just...
I gotta let it go.
You gotta make it and move on.
I didn't really, like, I know I narrate books, guys, but this is not supposed to be a performative thing. This is supposed to be a restful thing. And I think I didn't do well.
Yeah, you changed your voice, and I was not okay with this.
You know, you didn't say that to me at the time, though. Anyway.
Yes, I did. I was like, why?
Yeah, I screwed up. I screwed up on the first one and probably the second one. But
well, if you feel that way, then redo it.
Yeah, okay. So don't listen to it yet, guys.
Because if you feel that way, then redo it.
I think
I just want to hear your voice reading. And like, whatever you did didn't sound like you anymore. And I was not comfortable.
Okay, everyone ignore what I said. I'm going to take it down. I am going to re-record it.
Okay.
Because I feel, because I do this. This is what I do. I narrate stuff. And I was like, I don't really like this. But I read chapter 3 and I was like, that's more.
Yeah. Just read it. Just read it.
Yeah.
Just read it.
So anyway, guys.
I love your voice. And you have read me to sleep many, 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 many times.
Yeah. I think I was trying to get too scientific-y with it. Like,
yep.
I was
you overthink things. You always overthink things.
Always.
And I have to come in and be like, oh my God, shut up your stupid brain.
Yeah. Your stupid brain.
Your brain that I got the hots for, tell it to turn off.
Anyway, guys, so don't check it out yet.
Or go ahead and subscribe, but don't listen.
Don't listen, because I think I could do better. I want to do better.
Because it's still going to be up.
Yeah,
You're just going to change the
audio,
the
video,
the video file.
Yeah. So anyway, so be on the lookout for that. But I am in the process of doing that, and if that's something you want, if you want someone to read you public domain books,
that you haven't read yet, like My Antonia, I'm not sure many people have.
Yeah, it's weird though, because like there's like lines in it. Like I specifically didn't want anything to be problematic because I don't want to have to like say like the N word, you know, like. But there was like a thing where they call something, and excuse me, here's the thing. I don't know if this is racist, but he was like,
welcome to the South.
The character is saying something about like all the wildflowers and the Jew flowers. And I was like, is that racist? Like someone being a Jew
how
is
it
not
spelled?
Jew, like Jew, like a Jewish person. But the flowers are considered Jew flowers. And I'm like,
well, I guess it's the same as rapeweed.
Good God.
Like, that's a terrible name for a plant.
Yeah.
Why would you call it that?
Why would you do that?
Why would you call it that?
You don't need to. So I think it's like an old-timey thing for this thing, and I just kind of blew past it. Like,
or, don't read it.
I think next time, honestly, because
Just crawling up with wildflowers. The end. I
think I am going to make judicious edits if I feel like something is problematic.
100%.
Nobody's going to know. And if they do recognize, like, I know the text of My Antonia by heart. And
where's the Jew flowers?
Where are the Jew flowers? I think that's that person's problem, not mine.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
So, anyway, we love you. Do you want to give us a...
Oh, you can contact us, pilotingthepilots@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And I'll be making Starfield videos next. I've got 2 of them coming out because now I'm also adding a new series, Make It Cozy.
Yeah.
Which I did with Dead Space, and I had fun doing that.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked it. It was one of my favorite videos you've done.
Oh, thanks.
So, anyway, we love you, and we will see you next week for something hopefully interesting.
Yep. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Plus, he'd lean back and watch all the branches whizzing by overhead. Stars at night.